it might be likely the last vote to happen before it lands on President Biden's desk. Are you happy with some of the changes, and is there anything else you'd like to see changed before it goes to President Biden?
We can't even call this a COVID-19 relief package. I mean, this is a $2 trillion spending spree, basically. In the initial COVID-19 package, Chuck Schumer wanted a bridge in New York. Nancy Pelosi wanted underground rail to Silicon Valley in her backyard, essentially. Only 1% of the relief went to vaccination programs. 9% went to actual COVID relief. And so we don't have $2 trillion to spend right now, let alone spend it on all these projects that have nothing to do with COVID-19. So it's really important that if it were me, and it's not, I'm just one member of many members, but we should have had very targeted relief to those who really need it. Our unemployment rate was just announced last Friday at just over 6% nationally in the middle of the pandemic. And I think that's a great achievement of where we are right now. And so the relief should really be to those who need it most.
And we're likely to see this pass in some form.
Mm-hmm.
Some of your constituents will get some stimulus money. Is your goal that they go out and spend it on local business? What are your hopes, even after the bill? I know you don't like it, but what are your hopes for your constituents?
Well, certainly those who are getting their stimulus checks, I imagine, like most Americans, like all of us, we're going to spend it in the economy, which is a good thing. However, we've got to be really careful about, one, creating a welfare state through the programs we're creating through this package, but also we want to make sure that those who need the help get it, right? But the other thing that we don't want to do is we don't want to incentivize continued unemployment. And what this package does, there are loopholes where people who could quit their job, get their stimulus check, work part-time, and still get unemployment. So they can they can make more money on unemployment than actually going back to work full-time. So we've got to incentivize and reward the good actors, those who are being productive members of society, and those folks too.
And what would you like to see brought up next? I mean, a lot of people are talking about a possible bipartisan effort for infrastructure. Talk about immigration. What's the next big bill you would like to see put on the floor?
For me and for South Carolina's 1st Congressional District, transportation infrastructure is one of our number one issues that we have. And I sit on the Transportation Infrastructure Committee, and we're going to be working on a package together, Democrats and Republicans alike. But one of the issues we're going to have, as we always do when these packages come through, are how do we pay for it? And so it's very concerning to me when we're spending money very freely right now without any forethought into the future. How are we going to pay for all this? Because we have enormous infrastructure needs, and the funding needs to be there.
That was actually my next question, so great job being prescient. So let's talk about the PRO Act. That's another bill that's up today or this week in the House. How do you feel about the PRO Act?
South Carolina is a right-to-work state, and this bill would actually strip the ability for South Carolina to continue to be a right-to-work state. We need to put American workers and businesses first, and this bill doesn't do that. I'll be voting against it, and we'll put a statement out tonight when that vote happens.
Lastly, we have H.R. 8 and another bill that we're putting up talking about closing off loopholes and making things like gun shows and stuff. I know South Carolina has a lot of guns and likes their guns. How do you feel about these good bills that have been passed?
I'm going to be voting against these bills. This is an issue that I've worked on for a number of years as a state lawmaker and continue to do. These bills don't actually close the loophole. They don't solve the problem that they're trying to fix. I've actually filed legislation last week with Congressman Tom Rice to actually close the Charleston loophole. One of the issues we have in this country, and it's in almost every state in the research that I've done, but a lot of the criminal information when we are doing a background check, we have a difficult time getting all of it when when a criminal who's trying to purchase a firearm gets flagged. And so that's the loophole that we have to close, and that's the loophole I'm closing with my legislation. It's something I genuinely care about. We don't ever want to see tragedy or massacres in our communities. No one does. And I'm a mom of 2 kids who are in middle school. I actually want to solve these problems and not make headlines that make people feel good and just create more problems.
All right, thank you very much, Congressman. Is there anything else?
That's it. All right, thank you so much.